Imagine this. You're standing in front of a crowd, maybe at work, school, or a family gathering. Suddenly someone calls you out, mocks you, or embarrasses you in front of everyone. Your heart pounds, your face burns, and for a split second, you feel small. But what if I told you that moment doesn't define you? What if you could turn it around, come out stronger, and make them regret ever humiliating you? Today, we're talking about what to do when someone humiliates you in front of everyone, how to handle it with power, confidence, and intelligence. Stay till the end because I'm sharing 7 life-changing tactics that will make sure no one dares to humiliate you again. Before we begin, hit that like button and subscribe because these are the lessons that can change your life. Now, let's get into it. 1. Control your first reaction. The moment someone humiliates you in front of everyone, your first instinct might be to lash out, defend yourself, or even feel the sting of shame. But here's a brutal truth. Your reaction is exactly what they want to control. They want to see you break, stutter, get angry, or shrink away in embarrassment. The moment you give them that reaction, they win. And worse, you hand over your power. But imagine this instead. You don't flinch. You don't rush to defend yourself. You don't let your emotions take over. You just pause. You look them directly in the eyes, calm, unshaken, completely unfazed. Silence fills the air, and suddenly the tension shifts. People start noticing something. They see who's really in control. And here's the secret. It's not the person trying to humiliate you, it's you. See, when someone tries to embarrass you, they expect an immediate emotional response. They want to see you fumble, to watch you react impulsively, but the second you refuse to react, you disrupt their entire plan. They don't know what to do next. They might try to push harder, but the harder they try, the more desperate they look. The more desperate they look, the weaker they seem in front of everyone. Think about it. When have you ever seen a truly powerful person lose control in the face of humiliation? Never. Because real power lies in restraint. When you stay silent, when you hold your ground without reacting, you send one clear message. Your words don't affect me. You have no power over me. And the moment they realize that, the humiliation flips back onto them. 2. Flip the energy back on them. When someone humiliates you, your instinct might be to fight back, defend yourself, or prove them wrong. But let me tell you something. Arguing is exactly what they want. They want to trap you in an emotional reaction, to make you flustered, to see you struggle for a comeback. But what if, instead of arguing, you turned the entire situation back on them? Imagine this. Someone publicly mocks you, trying to make you feel small. Instead of getting defensive or retaliating, you pause, look at them, and calmly ask, "That's interesting. Why do you feel the need to say that?" Boom. Silence. At that moment, the entire energy of the conversation shifts. They expected a reaction, but now they're the one under pressure. Instead of you struggling to defend yourself, now they have to explain their own behavior. And here's where it gets even more powerful. If they can't answer, if they stumble, get flustered or brush it off, everyone around you will see what just happened. They'll realize that the person trying to humiliate you is the real fool. If you want to make it even more powerful, hit them with a follow-up. "Is there a reason you're trying to embarrass me?" This is a psychological checkmate. Now they either have to admit they're being intentionally cruel, or they try to backpedal, making themselves look weak. Either way, you win. The key is delivering this with absolute calm. No sarcasm, no anger, just a genuine neutral question. Because the real secret? People who humiliate others are usually covering up their own insecurities. By asking a question, you force them to reveal their true intentions, and once their mask slips, the power is no longer in their hands, it's in yours. 3. Use humor to disarm the situation. There's one powerful tool that can completely destroy a person's attempt to humiliate you: humor. And not just any humor, but the kind that makes them look foolish without you even trying. Think about this. When someone mocks you in front of others, their goal is to make you feel small, insecure, or embarrassed. They expect you to get defensive, to argue, or to look uncomfortable. But what if you flipped the script? What if, instead of reacting the way they wanted, you just laughed? Imagine someone taking a shot at your appearance in front of a group. Maybe they say, "Wow, did you even look in the mirror today?" Now, most people would either get angry or feel embarrassed. But you just smirk and say, "Damn, you noticed? I was hoping no one would." Or better yet, "Wow, you really put effort into that one. I appreciate the creativity." Now, watch what happens. The energy in the room changes instantly. Instead of laughing at you, people start laughing with you. Suddenly, the person trying to embarrass you looks childish, like they were trying too hard. Their joke loses power because you didn't resist it. You owned it. And here's the magic. People can't weaponize something you've already accepted. If you can laugh at yourself, no one can use it against you. It's like an invisible shield. Every insult they throw at you bounces right off. The moment you show that you don't take yourself too seriously, their entire plan crumbles. Confidence is contagious. When you turn their attempt at humiliation into a joke, you show the world that their words mean nothing to you. And when people see that their words don't affect you, they stop trying. 4. Make eye contact and own the room. When someone humiliates you in public, their goal is simple: to make you feel small. They want you to shrink, to look down, to lose confidence. They expect you to feel powerless. But here's the move that will shake them to their core. Hold your ground and lock eyes with them. Imagine this: someone calls you out in front of a group. The room falls silent. All eyes are on you. Most people in this situation would instinctively look down, fidget, or avoid eye contact, but not you. Instead, you lift your chin slightly, square your shoulders, and look them straight in the eyes. Calm, unshaken, and fearless. No flinching, no nervousness, just a steady gaze that says, "I see you, I hear you, and you don't intimidate me." This one simple move is devastating for the person trying to humiliate you. Why? Because eye contact is power. It forces them to confront something they didn't expect, their own insecurity. The moment they realize you're unfazed, the balance of power shifts. They start to feel exposed. They might stumble over their words, break eye contact, or try to brush it off. That's when you know you've won. The truth is, bullies, manipulators, and those who humiliate others thrive on weakness. They seek easy targets, people who look away, people who get embarrassed, people who shrink in fear. But when you meet their gaze with steady confidence, they don't know what to do. You're not giving them what they expected, and that unsettles them more than anything. And here's the best part: everyone around you will notice. When you don't react with fear, when you stand firm, people start respecting you. They see your strength, and suddenly the one trying to humiliate you, they're the ones who look weak. So the next time someone tries to tear you down in public, don't look away. Hold your ground, look them straight in the eyes, and own the moment. Because when you refuse to be shaken, the whole world will see who really holds the power. 5. Expose their weakness subtly. There's a little-known secret about people who humiliate others. They're hiding something. Deep down, they have their own insecurities, weaknesses, and doubts. But instead of dealing with them, they project their own fears onto others by trying to embarrass or belittle them. And that's exactly where you can strike back without even raising your voice. The key: make them prove themselves. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone publicly mocks your work, trying to make you look incompetent. Most people would get defensive, stumble over their words, or feel the need to explain themselves. But not you. Instead, you pause, turn to them, and calmly say, "That's interesting. I'd love to hear your ideas. What would you have done better?" Silence. Now suddenly, they're the ones on the spot. They expected you to crumble, to get nervous, to argue. But instead, you flipped the entire situation on them. Now they have to back up their words. They have to prove they actually know what they're talking about. And here's where it gets even better. Most people who humiliate others do it not because they are experts, but because they are insecure. When forced to provide a real answer, they often struggle, deflect, or try to laugh it off. But it's too late. Everyone has already seen what just happened. You didn't attack them. You didn't get angry. You didn't even insult them. You simply turned their own energy back on them, and it exposed their weakness in front of everyone. This works in almost any situation. If someone tries to embarrass you about your appearance, say, "Oh, so what's your style advice?" If they mock your ideas, ask, "I'm open to learning. What's your suggestion?" If they ridicule your success, smirk and say, "Interesting perspective. What's your biggest achievement?" See what happens next. Watch them squirm. Because the truth is, those who humiliate others rarely expect to be questioned themselves. And the moment you make them prove their worth, their entire act falls apart. 6. Master the art of leaving powerfully. Sometimes the most powerful response to humiliation is no response at all. But here's the catch. It's not about walking away in defeat. It's about walking away in power. Think about this. When someone tries to humiliate you, they are looking for a reaction, a fight, a moment where they get to dominate the situation. The more you engage, the more you feed their ego. But what if, instead of arguing or defending yourself, you simply end the conversation on your terms and leave? Imagine this. Someone is throwing insults at you, trying to make you look foolish in front of others. You don't get angry. You don't flinch. You just look at them, calm and composed, and say, "I don't entertain disrespect. Let's talk when you're ready to be mature." And then you turn and walk away. No extra words, no lingering, just a powerful, confident exit. What happens next? They are left standing there, looking ridiculous. The audience, whether it's a group of colleagues, classmates, or even strangers, sees what just happened. You didn't argue. You didn't beg for respect. You commanded it. And the best part? You had the final word and the final move. That's dominance. This works because it does two things at once. First, it refuses to give the person the attention they crave. Bullies, manipulators, and toxic people feed off of your reaction. When you don't give them that, they feel powerless. Second, it makes you look unshakable. A person who knows their worth doesn't waste time arguing with fools. They simply walk away, and that makes them look even more powerful. The next time someone humiliates you, remember, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. If a situation isn't worth your energy, own the moment, say something powerful, and leave. Because the strongest person in the room is the one who controls how and when the conversation ends. 7. Turn the humiliation into a personal upgrade. Humiliation can do one of two things. It can break you or it can build you. The choice is yours. Most people let embarrassment haunt them for days, weeks, or even years. They replay the moment over and over, feeling small, weak, or defeated. But the truly powerful ones, they turn that humiliation into fuel. Here's how. Instead of running from the experience, face it head on. Ask yourself, why did that bother me? What weakness did they expose? See, people can't humiliate you over something you're truly confident about. If someone mocked you for being too quiet, maybe deep down, you already feel insecure about your voice. If they ridiculed your skills, perhaps there's a part of you that doubts your own abilities. That moment of humiliation just revealed a hidden weakness, and now you have a chance to fix it. This is where most people fail. They drown in self-pity instead of using the moment to grow. But if you're smart, you take the insult, dissect it, and turn it into motivation. If someone mocks your intelligence, you study harder and outsmart them. If they laugh at your failures, you grind in silence and come back more successful than ever. If they try to break your confidence, you build it up so strong that no one can shake it again. The best revenge? Success. Imagine walking into a room a year later, richer, smarter, more powerful, while the person who once humiliated you is stuck in the same place. They tried to bring you down, but instead, they helped you rise. Every insult, every moment of humiliation is a free lesson. Most people waste it, but you use it to upgrade yourself until you become unstoppable. As we conclude, public humiliation can feel like a nightmare, but you now have the tools to flip the script. Control your reaction, flip the energy, use humor, own your presence, expose their weakness, walk away powerfully, and turn it into motivation. Next time someone tries to humiliate you, they won't be humiliating you. They'll be revealing their own insecurity. If you found this video valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-changing strategies. And tell me in the comments, what's one moment of humiliation that made you stronger? Let's talk. See you in the next video.